かつて天空には栄光の王国が。
爆弾も爆弾持ちすぎたのかな。別の天中宙に分け与えられた楽園エデン、私断罪の皇女。
手合わせならいつでも
クレイと一緒にお魚をドカーンしに行く。バレたら一日反省室に閉じ込められるけど、お魚は美味しいからやりがいあるよ。あれ、お客さん。彼に何か用でも。いやいや、いつもならここにいるから、ちょっと気になっただけだ。なるほど。彼ならアルベド先生に。私はスクロース、アルベド先生の助手。錬金術。ごめんなさい。普段は実験協力が必要なら私を呼んで。いらない。ありがとうな。オイラたち慣れてるから心配はいらないぞ。そうだよ。え、まさかあなた風魔竜を倒したあの伝説の旅人。ありがとう。あなたの話をたくさん聞いたよ。いつか近くで研究したいと思って。研究？ごめんなさい。気にしないで。でもあなたならきっとアルベド先生の力になれると。さっきからアルベド先生の話ばかりだな。紹介が遅れてごめん。アルベド先生はセピロス騎士団の主席。普段はティマイオスが錬金術を教えてるとこしか見かけないけど、そのアルベドは。はい、先生は先生の助けを求めるためにわざわざモンドに来る錬金術師もよく見かけるよ。どんな。すごい。でも最近先生の研究がうまくいってないみたいで、会う時はいつも元気が。あなたが体験した冒険はきっと。先生は礼儀をわきまえた人だし、彼を助けたらきっと。それに需要を感じないぞ。お返しはやっぱモラがいいな。アルベド先生は今ティマイオスと一緒に雪山にいるはず。雪山の入り口で探してみて。 先生は穏やかな若い方で学者のオーラがあって、それからごめん、どう説明すればいいかわからない。とにかく探してみてちょうだい。
おう、わかったぞ。錬金や研究の話になるとスクロースのやつ緊張がほぐれてたな。研究者気質。とにかく例のアルベド先生を探しに雪山に行くぞ。よい。ほっほっよい。ラララ。
Barbados! Got this!
situation here.
Oh, if only we had some help here.
Sister Rosaria! So here you are! Choir practice is about to...
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more important matters to attend to.
But this event has commemorative significance. The church hopes that all sisters will be present.
Hopes? That's odd, 'cause I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of others clause in my job description.
I mean, sure, but...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? Do you not find it the least bit odd?
What do you mean?
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Even if you set out right now, I'll wager you'd still miss the opening ceremony. Who knows? Maybe this is someone's grand plan to make a fool out of you.
Huh? Well, that can't be. People aren't like that.
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feelings. Maybe you're a little too trusting of other people. Don't fret, nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't imagine anyone else was delusional enough to think I was gonna show up. But if you dally any longer, you really won't make it.
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
Seems like that nun's an expert in making people believe anything she wants.
I thought I heard something. Who are you and why are you eavesdropping?
We'd better watch out. She seems like a dangerous villain, or a trickster at best.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from who knows where, and you think I'm the trickster?
Wait, she heard that? Paimon was whispering so quietly.
And as for this outlander you seem to be following... So it's you. The honorary knight that saved us from storm terror. Well then, given your status, I won't press you on your reasons for eavesdropping. Otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested you on the spot.
What? Do the nuns of Mondstadt have the authority to arrest people now?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't sisters have a sense of justice?
That doesn't sound right. But Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains? But you're only a traveler. I doubt you have any great skill in alchemy. Whatever. I had a notion of who you were seeking. If it's him you're after, I made a point of noting his tracks. Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm. Let's hope they're still there.
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never hurts to be vigilant. I couldn't care what you think. Come on then. I'd like to see what he's up to anyway.
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
Another test subject. Fry! Have a little taste! Picked.
Jumpy dumpy
Take my hammer.
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're so suspicious. Why is I not a criminal in your example?
Let's end this quickly!
Stand clear. Animal test 6308. La la la.
Let's end this quickly!
freezing?
Me? I'm alright. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Seems like there's more to being a nun in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized. Boing, boing, boom, pew!
By royal decree! I swear by my sword!
La la la. La la la. Yeah! Dumpy dumpy go!
Barbados! Guide us!
Odds, reveal thyself!
La la la. La la la. La la la. Woo! Boing, boing, boing! Da da da. La 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 da da da. La 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 da da da. La la la. Woo! La la la. Da da da. La la la. Yeah! Yeah! Jumpy, jumpy, go! Woo!
Midnight Phantasmal.
Is that Albedo? Why would he hang around a place like this?
The word on the street is he loves sketching. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Sketches everywhere you look.
But can't he see those hilichurls? Isn't he in danger? Uh-oh. Looks like we startled them. Enough talk! Let's take them out of the picture first!
Who are you? Why did you alarm them? Thank the gods I'd already completed my sketch. Would have been ashamed to leave these—
What's up with sketching hilichurls?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my sketch, it may give you a clue.
Wow! Look at the detail!
You can find these hilichurls anywhere. Quite boring. But take a look at this specimen. The build, in the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication of evolution at work.
Hold your horses. We found your man. I'm headed back.
What? Don't you have— what a—
So Sister Rosaria brought you. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck with your research.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must— I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your lament— I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research— forgive me. This—
Whoa, whoa!
You're right. For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
However, I have a particular seed in my— It's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping it—
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna—
I beg to differ. I'm unable to— But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you—
shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freak—
Mora, knowledge, and the answer to the question you are seeking. It happens to be an answer that I can provide. Time for a change of surroundings. We should be go.
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
Woo! ラララ。タタタ。ラララ。
Oz, reveal!
Swirl, Mark 2, stand clear. La la la. Woo, woo. A question. After the seed sprouts, will it grow into anything?
I don't know. But I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint. Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that would constitute a big leap in my understanding of the essence of life. After awakening, even creation may be possible. Still a little difficult to understand?
No, Paimon's got a brain. But what's the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
Well, if it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
Well, let's just say I, occasionally have to look after a child. Another lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. I suppose it's one of the few non-alchemy-related disciplines I'm any good at. The subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your person, how you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to ascertain. I've got a few questions in that regard. Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things fascinating. And this floating child is connected to your body in some way?
What a stupid question! Can't you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon, not floating child.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force connecting you. Oh, That rules out that possibility. I wonder, did Paimon guide the elemental power to you? But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick, or cause the waterfall south of Springville to flow backwards. No, that definitely can't be it.
Hey, how would you know anyway?
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference between the composition of your body and that of the humans in this world. Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in their research, it seems that only experimentation will yield the answers. Firstly, this mysterious elemental power. I'd like to examine exactly how it manifests externally. Let me lure a few slimes to the area. Perhaps you'd be able to defeat them, using whatever method comes most naturally to you.
Huh? Doesn't seem very sciencey.
Direct and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. This is just a simple exercise. Naturally, if you require a greater challenge, we could bring in 6 Oceanids.
Slimes! Slimes are fine!
Well, prepare yourself. The slimes will be here any moment. Great work. Did you feel anything out of the ordinary? If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready. Excellent. According to my observations, the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test the internal flow.
Internal flow? How do you test that?
It's very simple. I can use alchemy to create a potion that will extract elemental power. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental reaction.
Sounds kinda terrifying.
Don't worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasiness. No bodily injury.
And in the abnormal course of events?
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparations. Try not to worry. Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved, but if there is anything blocking your elemental flow, we'll be able to locate it with just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, that's a bad sign. Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst. We'll need to find it. It's a type of ore known as star silver, but unfortunately not all of it is suitable. I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some star silver ore on the way. I'll point out any likely contenders. All going to plan, we should be able to begin concocting the potion when we get to the campsite.
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns, but it seems like there's a silver lining. Let's keep our eyes open. Woo! Da da da!
Here, should do for catalyst purposes.
La la la! Jump, jump, go!
This one. Usable with a bit of polish. What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way. This is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the concoction. While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research. I'm guessing you may have met in Mondstadt already.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
Whoa! Look at all the data! You got all these results from one slime battle?
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this traveler and the slimes. Consider. You don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements. Following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll be able to establish a basis in fact.
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting entirely of the elements. A cryoregisvine, or even a whopperflower might be a better analogy. But tracing back in that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
After all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from another world. If it turned out that she did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world. Now that really would be something, wouldn't it?
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so... Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Great, I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, in line with my expectations. Ready to drink. Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face. You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready?
Oh, this was this potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected, but if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drank some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig. Perhaps it's just scholarly self-assurance. And it certainly speeds things up. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world. Nothing peculiar.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the... The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands you. People are the same, they can understand. When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made... But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisfine, or an eye of the... To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your elemental power without fear. Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out. If you could...
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Oh, you gave me a lot to consider. Having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me. But starting with the premise of an elemental life...
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the...
You can count on me, sir.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up. What Paimon meant to say was... That's the spirit! Mr. Albedo, say something!
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to... prepare something. Wait one moment. If you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
Here comes Albedo! Let's go see him!
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting? Not to worry. They're all for alchemical purposes. Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences between different worlds. Take Tevat, for example. Here, those with visions can manipulate the elements, but worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. Or even so, leaving elements to one side. I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment. No, you shan't be... Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it.
You think Paimon knows how to do that stuff?
That was your best effort? Well, can't be helped, I suppose. Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking, as such. I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may... Anyway, why don't you cook us up a sunshine
Cooking? Paimon...
Not only is this recipe a staple for me, it's also worth experimenting with and highly nutritious.
Paimon does sound yummy, though. Okay, Paimon approves. Good buddies are always on the same page.
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the results. If there's anything left over, maybe Timaeus can finish the last morsels.
Paimon doesn't think we'll have that problem. How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food? Maybe try the willpower thing again.
That was fast.
Where did... Let's just do it the old-fashioned way.
That was fast. An average outcome experimentally, but as far as the proliferation hypothesis is concerned, we've come up short. Unless... Could it be that the
We just didn't know how to channel elemental power into the food.
Not to worry. At least we put some food... And here's your portion. And
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
I can tell that you're good friends. Paimon was keeping an eye on you and your safety during the whole experiment. Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if...
Hey! You were being nice a second ago. But you do have tasty recipes, so Paimon forgives you. And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends too, right? Good students?
Yes. I'm fortunate too, I suppose. Anyway, moving on to the next experiment. There are all manner of alchemical items here. Keeping them in their proper place is a challenge at the best of times. I managed to retrieve the majority, but 2 vials have been evading me. Animal crystal fly elemental extract and electrohypostasis powder.
Paimon's barely finished eating and...
Don't worry if you can't locate them. I was planning to replace... If you had, say, superpower, like night vision or vibratory sense, I must have dropped them somewhere in the area where you were looking.
So, guess we'd better take a look. Oh, yeah! La la la. La la la. Yeah. This must be electrohypostasis. Of an animal crystal fly can only be animal elemental energy, right? This has gotta be it.
Goodness, you managed to find them. I'm wondering, this element...
Yep. Guess...
Unfortunately, though elemental's only a never-before-seen otherworldly power...
You mean...
Don't be disheartened. This falls entirely within my expectations. I have to commend your deduction that the item... Right then. Up until now, our research has focused on your otherworldly identity. Our research on your identity as one of us is just beginning. In essence, the differences between humans are reflected in our intellectual and physical capabilities. Let's start with physical. Looking out from where we're standing, can you see what Sucrose is doing? And if you jump from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there, so what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into 1,000,000 fragments? Then could you see her? Then I know of a location that will be perfect for a
Wind, hear me!
Midnight Center! La la la. La la la. You want...
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a better method, that is. Whichever method you choose, the experiment will end when you reach the opposite shore of the lake. I will factor the time expended and your top speed into my comparative Without limitations, we complete tasks intuitively, using... Some of us would be unable to stand the icy waters. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. For me, then if you would, please,
Wait a minute. While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing, emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything.
Great work. I've never seen a performance. Your reputation precedes you, traveler.
But you followed us the...
Me? Actually, if it turns out that the natural laws of Tavad do not affect you, if the natural laws of Tavad do affect you, then the innumerable possibilities that this could present,
But how does this help your race?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. When we return to the camp, I may be about to make some analogies between you and a few gold, petrified trees, a sun 8 times the size of our own. The essence of the investigative process is enthralling. I'm willing to pour all my energy into research, and yet specimens are finite. As the unknown trend, all these things that start out as objects of fascination end up possessing the prosaic mundanity of a sunsetia or a sweet flower. They cease to be noteworthy.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to sketch those hilly churls? Because you got to see something new and interesting and the differences between them?
Precisely. To quote my exact words from earlier, these creatures are, for the most...
So after all these experiments, are we gonna be, like, boring to you? Like sketches?
Of course not. You have been of great assistance to me, and I will remember this friendship for a lifetime. Now, before we head back to the campsite, there's one more experiment. Intelligence. Follow me. There are some other ruins nearby.
Woo!
I imagine you must have encountered more than a few conundrums during your travels. I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test of your capabilities. I'd like you to explore. There are 2 puzzles located at the far ends of the ruins. After completion, you should be able to activate the mechanism in the center. As with the physical test, there are no restrictions. Everything you do is an action I wish to observe. A tried and tested. So, let's see you in action. Start wherever you like. It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution.
La la la. Da da da.
Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains. Returning them to their rightful places is up to you.
There's still a long road.
La la la. Drop. Pew. Boing, boing. Throw them all out. Yahoo! Yahoo! Da da da! Nya! Woo! Boing, boing, boing!
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do is something I'm looking forward to finding out.
Hey! Explaining things is Paimon's job!
Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. We should be able to see what's in the... What's this? To the best of my knowledge, these belong to a script of some kind. They can be found all over. There's still a lot to learn about them. And as for why they should ever have come to rest here, let me make a copy first.
Another thing for the don't understand list. Unsolvable mystery this. Seems like if you want the reward, you gotta pay.
I've truly gained a lot from all this. Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
Paimon's kinda looking forward to unless you can think of anything better.
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced that nothing...
You...
I most certainly did not. I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling-sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor. Taking orders from a complete stranger? Drinking a... I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so naive. Or perhaps...
Listen, sister. Your guard's so high you can't even see over the top of it.
It doesn't matter what you think. He could be a saint for all you know. I'm only concerned with one thing.
No way! Paimon would have...
With an alchemist of his level, in any case, I'm not about to let a pit...
So... what are you gonna do?
I've got to hand it to you. You have your moments. I've investigated everything else.
But...
That much, but for insurance purposes, I'd better make a copy. Now then, which is what I was hoping. I would have been one very unhappy sister.
Overtime.
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's gone! So stubborn. Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that. Huh.
You're back. Good time. You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way back? Time for the results. We got a myriad of data today. and it was. But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is.
You couldn't tell that? We spent all day working on—
Please, I understand that this may have seemed self-evident to you. Have you ever considered that the world of Tevat may have a natural hostility to Outlanders? I mentioned the natural laws of this world. You're able to converse with me. The only other life form that, like you, has come here from afar is the seed that I mentioned. But imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so...
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
The transition from nothing into something, from shoot to stem, is not nurturing otherworldly life, also nurturing the world itself. It would seem that that's as far as we go. A transient bloom would...
Paimon thought, with all our efforts, it might have bloomed—
Life is a manifold tapestry of free entities. Its value shouldn't derive from how a short life can be well lived. A life lived efficiently, lived to So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here arguably being a small miracle?
Things feel a little heavy right now. Don't be sad. You've got Paimon to look after. Albedo, Paimon really wants to be your friend.
Thank you both. Your help inspired me to discover the means to... I mean that the time I've spent traveling with you in the mountains was a valuable journey for me. In the future, if the need arises, well... I made a point throughout of telling her how ordinary the results were. But what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? It should not have been there. What could it mean? Those born... If one... Can I rely on you?
Look at that! Looks like someone made camp here. Are other people adventuring nearby? Let's see how our fellow explorers are doing. Da da da. La la la.
Deuce.
By royal
Dumpy dumpy go.
Barbados, guide us.
Da da da. Woo. Woo. Nah. Da da da. Hey, it's Sucro. Are you here to explore the snowy
You scared me.
But you were just standing.
Not at all. I was just thinking of a name for a new subspecies of sweet flower I probably. Oh! Are you interested? It's a shame. If I wasn't coming to this mountain, I would have brought some samples with me.
Yeah. Weren't you doing research in this?
Timaeus and I were helping Albedo organize research data.
Sure didn't.
He said that he wasn't as sharp as Albedo when it came to data. By the significance of some things Albedo is able to grasp almost immediately. But we, on the other hand, Timaeus seemed rather depressed about the matter. He said he was going to take a walk, so I'm currently settling the leftover affairs. I was originally going to take a look around myself after finishing up here, but well...
Secrets? Ooh. Don't have anything on us, but...
Then, could I ask you for a favor?
But isn't he your teacher? What would...
That's true, but I feel like he's always
Wait. How...
Timaeus and I are both passionate researchers of alchemy. If it
You do have a point.
Could you help me investigate what it is that Albedo's hiding?
What do you think?
Yes! Thank you.
All right, all right.
wind. Hear me.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
You need to hurry up! Roasted fried! You need to hurry up! This one's well done! You need to hurry up!
I swear by my sword.
You need to hurry up! As you wish, me roasted fry! You need to hurry up!
Starfall! Odds revealed by...
Well done! Fist hunt!
La la la. La la la. Ta ta ta. Woo! La la la. Woo! La la la.
Frozen. Crip, you'll get frostbite.
Barbados, guide us.
Wings of darkness. Come, sever. Woo! Woo! Oz reveal by la la la. Fine, fine, woo! Woo! Ta ta ta. Woo! Ta ta ta.
By royal decree. Barbados, guide us.
This isn't good.
Ta ta ta.
Are you lost?
No, we're not.
A secret?
Hey, what are you doing? Our mission calls for a delicate approach. Sure.
Actually, you've arrived at Here, catch.
Huh? What's this?
As you can see, it is a sword. I did not make this sword. Would you like to try it out? My research indicates that this sword has... But I need to gather data from it quite urgently.
Wait a second. How can there be a...
Very astute of you. This sword an ordinary person would be unable to wield it.
Huh?
Or perhaps I should say that only you are immune. We gain little from saying more. Go find someone.
Cleo is a brave girl, ta-da-da!
How about those over there?
Paimon still has a bad feeling about this.
Boing, boing, boing! Barbados, guide us. Oz, reveal!
Over here! It's with this brat! Give it back, you thief!
Treasure hoarders? They're...
Enough talk! Hand it up!
Watch out!
Like phantasmagoria. It doesn't hurt.
Barbados, guide us.
Oh, such a pain. Another reception. Suck
Hear me!
Have a little taste.
La la la.
Pick.
Now that's
They certainly arrived quickly. Goodness, no.
They seem to have been talking about.
Why are you looking at me not long ago? The knights caught a band of treasure This sword was one of those items. We believed it to be stolen plunder. I noticed it quite by chance while in our storehouse.
So then when
Indeed. And this ancient-looking weapon once passed through the hands of...
a magical suit.
It is said that the smith vanished not long after creating the weapon, working backwards from its eventual fate as plunder. One can guess that it was then stolen by the treasure hoarders.
The blacksmith who made this weapon. No wonder it's cursed.
Exactly. Do you know the story of Durin was the black dragon who menaced Mondstadt, before finally being defeated by the combined... After a fierce battle, the vanquished Durin crashed to ruin here. Snow gathers atop this mountain and never melts, which is a most curious phenomenon.
Could have really have been intent.
Perhaps this place was chosen as a gravesite precisely so that the snow's power could seal the corrosive toxin coming from Durin's body. It seems plausible that Barbados would think.
Huh. Was Barbados such...
Well, these are just my postulations. I don't have any evidence. In fact, I believe that
a dragon's remains?
Indeed. The dragon's eyes, claws, and scales. In this way, Durin's corruption... This is very advanced craftsmanship. I presume that having but using this sword in battle, ordinary mortals cannot withstand such power. You've purified the volunteers before, which is... This ability has protected you from being corrupted or poisoned, which is why you and only...
Still... It's close.
As far as I'm concerned, this sword is still very weak at present. However, it is able to absorb energy, and through that, it is able to constantly become stronger. In some sense... Well then, traveler, I believe that we will soon have...
These bombs...
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Ta-ta-ta. Ta-ta-ta.
By royal decree.
I swear by my sword! I will end you. Let's end this! Finished. Let's move. Time to fulfill my duty. My work. Finish. Shouldn't get careless.
Oz, reveal!
Have a load of this.
Woo! La la la!
Yeah!
Woo! Woo!
By royal decree!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
Barbados, guide us.
La la la!
By royal decree!
Boy, boy, Ta-ta-ta. Woo!
I swear by my sword!
Dumpy Dumpy Go! Woo! Woo! Woo!
So troublesome.
La la la. Woo!
Have a little taste, mate. Yeah, crumbs.
La la la.
Wait, hear me!
Suffocate.
La la la.
Should
Midnight Phantasma!
suffocate. I got terrible.
Barbados, guide us!
Ta-ta-ta. La la la. La la la. La la la. The hunt begins! Ah! I'm here. Keep my eyes open. That really hurt!
Barbados, guide us.
Shame! Da da da! La la la! That really hurt!
Wind, hear me.
La la la! Jumpy, jumpy, go! Da da da!
Barbados, guide us.
La la la! La la la. Da da da. Da da da. Da da da. Boing boing boom. Da da da. La la la. Ah. Da da da. Da da da. Woo. Jumpy jumpy go. Ah. Jumpy jumpy go. Woo. Woo. La la la. Woo. Jumpy jumpy go.
Barbados! Madness!
in the name of the princess.
La la la.
Barbados, guide us.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.